Mr. Marcelo.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Doing good, man.
Hi, man.
Yo, my Uber driver has these mics. I thought we were about to record a podcast, man.
I am.
Really?
Yeah, if you want.
What?
But I have a YouTube channel.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. If you want to be on YouTube.
Oh wait, do you have it like cash cab? Like
sorry. No cashier.
No, but just like a game show? Like,
no, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's just boring. Just I interview people, talk to people, and I publish the conversations.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
But it's a fun, yeah, I just started a couple of months ago. So it's like I only got like 120 subscribers or so. It's still small.
Oh, that's all good. We all gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, right? But you're on the phone, right?
Yeah, I'm on the phone right here. What's up, Shay?
I said you could call me go home.
Alright.
I'll give you my card anyway. Yeah.
For sure.
Uh-huh.
Bye. Okay. No, I'm down for like quick questions, even if we're not recording.
Oh, the cameras are running, and so it depends a little bit on how things go, right? Whether I publish it or not. But you're okay if we publish our conversation to YouTube?
Yeah, I'm cool. You can
That
use
would
my
be the
likeness
first
and all
question.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. And all your fans can join, right?
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe. Have you ever done something like podcasting or so? Because you recognize the setup right away.
Oh yeah, no. Back in college, yeah, but like now, I actually on Twitter Spaces, I actually interview artists. I'm a full-time artist myself. I just
Here you are.
yeah, I came back from New York like a month and a half ago. I showcased art at the World Trade Center. I was over here to lecture a class.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow, you're famous.
No.
Oh. Sort of. In my world, you're famous.
Hey man.
But I mean, so a lecturer class in what?
Entrepreneurship, art, and tech.
Art and tech?
Yeah.
Hey, that's what this is about.
Yeah.
This is tech and it's art. Conversation is an art, but I'm learning as we go, okay?
No, for sure.
Because yeah, I have to learn how to do good conversations and all of that. But anyway, that's not a story. But you still seem relatively young, like in your 30s.
Nah, like mid-20s. I'm 25.
You're 25 and you're already like in front of class?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Nah, so I dropped out of college 5 years ago actually. Been working with artists ever since, full time.
What kind of artists?
Well, back then it was musical artists and like traditional works.
Okay.
Now it's more digital works. Now it's more digital works. I was a year and a half ago. No, a year and 1 month ago. I got to. My friend was selling NFTs.
Okay.
But he was doing like the fine art side of things. It wasn't like the selling of monkey picture side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm interested. Let me come by to like a little virtual chat room that you guys have, like when they do auctions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I came through and I seen him make 14 racks in 2 hours.
Okay, that's interesting.
And I was like, damn. And I was like, it was less about the 14 racks and more about like, oh, I can
What is a rack?
$14,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. And I was like, it was less about the 14,000, more so that I was like, oh, I can actually do art like full time. You know what I'm saying? If that 14,000 could just be 2,000 to me, and I'd be like, oh, I'm fine. Like,
right.
So,
that's digital art.
Yeah.
But he was selling NFTs.
Yeah.
Oh, of his art.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
And so he was
enjoyable.
producing digital art, like what, like music or painting or what?
No, it was painting. It was
Paintings?
painting, yeah.
And he was able to like then like how do you call that? It's not an EPO, but it's like you drop it. So
Oh.
the NFT gets dropped, and then the first half hour he was able to make 14,000.
This is back when the market was way better. But
Yeah,
still,
at the moment the market's down. Yeah.
yeah, but at the moment the market is down. But he's still real successful. Like he got picked up by Sotheby's, the auction house.
Oh really? What's his name?
Terrell Jones. Really cool guy. Dude, that one of the dudes that onboarded me into the space.
Oh,
But
okay.
No, he just taught me that everything was like it's possible. So I quit my job like the next day.
Oh really?
Yeah, I quit my job. I was doing logistics, like trucking logistics, like call center work.
Oh really?
And I was like, damn, I hate this job so much.
I can't do this.
Yeah, no, I put the I had the AirPod in my ear when he was getting his bids, and then on the other ear I was taking calls from truckers.
Oh really?
And I was like, yeah, nah, bro, it's time to log out. So took me a good 5 months of like consistently talking to people in the fine art world, like really determining what a scam is, because there's a lot of, like, you know, as much as I love the environment, there's like parts of it that are like very scamish. But
Yeah.
I found people that were like, you know, just really in the fine art world already traditionally, and they were just trying to bring that over.
To the NFT world. Yeah.
So on December I got to go and get showcased at Art Basel.
Wow.
Yeah, I got showcased at Art Basel. That happened in Miami. It's the first weekend of every December.
Okay.
And I was like,
Your art.
yeah, right. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. And
Fantastic.
I got to meet up with people over there. I met up with some people that actually knew Time magazine, because Time is like curates artists and NFTs and stuff. And there was somebody that quote tweeted one of my pieces and was like, I don't care what it takes, but this dude needs to be in every gallery. Not as a main piece, but like at least be included in every gallery that matters in the space.
Wow.
And like 2 weeks later, I got an email and it said the Oculus World Trade Center in New York would like to like showcase your art.
Wow.
And I was like, oh shit. Like,
shit, man.
and this comes back from like a year ago. I was like wondering how I was gonna pay the bills. I was really like wondering if I was gonna be able to like have a creative bone in my body from working that 9 to 5 grind. And now I'm able to do this. I do cover art for like music labels now too. This is the NBA, so I
Wow,
can't say
man.
who. But
So like, what is your art? What is your style? What kind of art do you produce?
digital collagery.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll produce all of the elements, because I don't like using Pinterest or Unsplash because of like legal reasons. So I actually go on AI and I'll produce like independent elements and then I'll
Okay.
collage them together.
Sure.
Yeah, and I was like, oh,
Nice.
word, this is cool, and I just kept on doing it. And I got picked up. That's how I got picked up for Basel.
Nice.
I went to FGCU because one of the one of the council members for Time, she teaches at FGCU. And she was like, you should come into the class because there's nobody in New York, you know, it's like a bigger city. Everything is like
Sure.
way more connected. You're probably gonna find everybody in there. But like over here, it's like pretty rural. You know, it's like we're
Yeah,
pretty
compared to
separate.
New York, this is rural.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, so she was like, you're the only one I know in the community that does this. You know, come by and lecture a class. I was like, for sure.
That's super cool though. Huh?
Yeah.
How did they react? How many people in the classroom?
I want to say the first class was 20,
Okay.
and then I had to lecture a second class. I think there was like 30.
Okay. That's nice.
I was like,
What did you lecture them about? About your story or?
well, yeah, I gave them my story, and then And then I just like let them know about different ways that they can like get into the Web3 circuit.
Sure.
Like everything is slower now. You know, we're in the thing that they call a bear market now.
Exactly. It's the winter. It's the Bitcoin winter, I call it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. Like this is perfect because in a bear market, all of like the brands and like organizations in Web3 are building infrastructure.
For you, this is perfect.
Yeah, perfect. It's
this
slow,
is
it's nice. Yeah,
exactly.
Like,
this is the moment to get in.
So
right, and so well later when it explodes, your life will explode too.
Right, and it's like, you know, I was like, don't even think about the money. Just think about the connections. Like, for me, like it only took me a couple months from like doing trucking logistics to like talking in chat rooms with people that were like creative directors for like Warner Bros. Media and stuff like that. And it was like, you know, think about the connections. Like even if you don't stay in like Bitcoin and like Ethereum and stuff like that, you know, there's a lot of like people that you don't have to go and travel big cities to like see anymore.
Right. Nowadays it's all done on Zoom and chat rooms and on Reddit probably a lot. But I mean, still, you gotta meet the people face to face, though.
Oh no, for sure.
Right.
I think what like those Twitter chat rooms kind of made it easier to do is like say hi, get to know, and then like when the conference happens, like 3 or 4 months later, like I don't have to like when I meet up with you, it's not like trying to get to know you. Like no, you know me. Now I get to actually we get to actually talk. And talk about things that are tangible because now we got to see each other. Right. So.
But so your art, you produce your art, and when you talk NFTs, I've seen some of these NFTs, and I bought some, I sold some, I still have some. Usually these are series. Sometimes it's a one-off, but then still the one-off is part of a series, I would say. Is that also what you are doing or not?
So, you know, some collections are like a continuous story. You know, other collections are just like the piece itself and the whole story's in the piece.
Okay.
And then sometimes I do additions where it's not a one of one piece, it's probably like 1 of 10, 1 of 20.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Make it accessible for people that actually would want to buy my art.
Right.
But yeah, no, I definitely like one thing I preach is about like consistency in the space. Yeah. Because right now in the bear market, you like the artists that are gonna make it are the artists that, you know, think of the longevity of the space. You know, you put out projects that make sense, not ones that are cash grabs. Right. You know.
Yeah, I bumped my nose in the NFT space a couple of times where I just bought things that I thought, oh, that's going to be great, and just worthless shit. And then, like, yeah, it takes time to find out. And what I learned is that what you really have to do is you have to do due diligence. And then I realized, yeah, wait, that is just like any other investment. You have to do due diligence. So, like, who's the artist behind this work? You know, what is his history? What are his future goals? How does he talk? What is he about? And you know, and then is this somebody that's going to stay in the space also? Because if these are like you say, money grab people, they come in, they produce something, they grab the money with a drop, and then they go out. And that is never that art. When I buy art like that, that's never going to grow.
Right.
But if it's an artist that's in the space, that loves his work, that loves doing what he's doing, and that talks like he's gonna do this forever, then I could be interested like that. If I see like potential in somebody, or if this is art that I love, but it has a future, you know, because this guy then can like you talking, can become great in the future, and with him, the piece of art that I bought, you know. Because that is still how I see art. It's enjoyment, but it's also part investment. Like whether you put your money, if you have a little bit of savings,
right?
Because you want to make your money grow. You don't want to put it in a bank account and see it disappear. So I see art as an investment as well.
I always say like always tell artists, do not promise a utility with your art.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that, like, art is like real estate. Art appreciates with time, and it's like because it has no utility, it's just there, right? So I always say, like, as an artist, the only thing you put out art and you improve your brand, and then that is your art. Like, you could, I say, like, all right, worst case scenario, right? Worst case of positive scenario. That's a funny way to put it. Like, I put out one collection of 5 pieces, right? Each of those pieces sell for like 2-3 ETH, right?
Right.
If I never come back to the space, how I kept myself up as an artist when I left the space will make those pieces appreciate more.
Oh, for sure.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I didn't go back to Web3, but, you know, I'm getting talked to by Time Magazine. I got showcased at the MoMA.
The moment you get a call from Time Magazine, if I have a piece of art from you, it makes my art go skyrocketing
crazy,
high.
yeah.
Right, exactly.
Even if it's not on chain, like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the likeness that kind of created that with the art. So,
well, that's what I'm also like. I only want to buy art that I like myself,
right?
That I don't want to sell, because I just love watching it or looking at it. Or there's just certain feelings, usually, that certain types of art give me. Hey, but give a, I don't know, what do you put? Like an NFT address, or what do you put? Like something that I can put under the video. Look, people, I had this Marcelo guy in the car. Do you have an artist name, or state your name?
Yeah,
Marcelo?
3D. It's 3D bystander.
3D bystander?
Yeah, I'll put it right
go.
next to my thing.
Yeah. And then I'll link to it. I may buy some myself. Who knows? If I can afford it.
Yeah, no problem, bro. Let me actually look at my foundation. My foundation thing.
And my wife's actually a real artist. She just loves, like, she's old school, like with paintbrush and stuff. And but not making a living out of it. It's more like a hobby for her. But yeah, I'm sure that she'll be interested looking at your work as well. You know, that's the nice thing of being an Uber. Meeting people like you. I'm telling you.
Hey man, appreciate it.
Yesterday,
I just had time. I always reflect and I say, you know, it wasn't like this a year ago. Like, I probably would have hopped in this Uber and just, like, not said anything to you. But, like, one thing I can't deny is that I wake up happier, you know.
doing art.
Yeah, like,
Than trucker logistics. Yeah, I would probably like, yeah. I mean, art is just such a, like, it's your expression of life, right? It's your life that you get to express in digital art. That's a wonderful thing. I would almost want to say that I should try to give this a go myself, but yeah, I don't know. It's like, it happens for you or to you for a reason as well, right?
right.
Certain qualities and connections also matter, but in the end it's your art that sells, and they're not going to put up a piece that is
Now, I put down foundation.app and then it's 3D void, but the 0 is really an O. I mean, the O is really a 0, so I put a line through it.
Oh yeah.
1D. Yeah, I was being real abstract with it, and I feel like I kind of shot myself in the foot in a way, but, you know, it's all good. Because, yeah,
I'll find it. Right.
I did.
So what are your future plans? Just grow your business? Grow your production? Or is it about producing more, or is it about actually the opposite?
So for me, I want to really focus on, like, we're building out a journalism aspect of things. I'll show it to you.
You know, I'm just gonna pretend I'm a dumb foreigner. Squeeze it in somewhere. Hopefully. Maybe. Oh, this guy is sort of. Blocking me.
It's crazy. It's one way, so you guys gonna see. Like,
Oh, that's what it is. That's why he's trying to block the road over there. He doesn't want anybody to pass him. Oh, I get it.
so like, this was Basel. We showed all of the faces of the artists that produce art, and we were like, we're more than PFPs.
That's you?
Nah. These are so that.
It's only black people?
Huh?
Only black people?
Oh no, we were showcasing like the black faces in Web3 too, because
Okay.
we were like, there's not a lot of us.
Mm.
So we were like, all right, let me find it. It's kind of like when you walk into a room where you're like, oh, I'm the only one. You'd be like, damn, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but black people also have their own community, their own way of talk, and their own style of celebrating life. I don't know what it is, but
you know, I was about to say too, like when you look at it, you know, we all speak English, right? But
Sure.
like, there's a different vibe that everybody has, and you know, I feel bad for people that kind of take offense a little bit. Like, I get it. Like, when I'm at like a white party, I'll be like, you know, like, I'm not catching all of the lingo that y'all was saying, but I respect it. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's the same thing here, where I'll be like, damn, you know, you never know how much ground that you can make up in like a conversation when you realize that they were raised the same way that you were, and like all of that other stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, like that was big for like in Art Basel to just kind of show, but in general, like my company 2700 that I co-founded with my friend Tetra, and we have an editor-in-chief. Her name is Dove. We're inclusive of all like walks of life in our thing. We curate artists, and you know, we're hoping to like really like work alongside like timepieces and, you know, other brands that really want to highlight artists. And we really wanted to take the journalism and a little bit more seriously. We felt like that was something that was really lacking. Like, as a collector, when you look at the bank of artists that are available to you, right? Like, you just see their art and their PFP, but who are they? How am I going to feel comfortable about this investment?
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, you know, I really want to just kind of expand in that area. Artist curation is fun, like really putting together artists that make sense together, and just like expand from there. We really want, like with 2700, we really want to like set the example for other people to do something similar, because I think that's the only way that the infrastructure can grow. I can only give one viewpoint on how I feel like curation and like artist journalism should look like, but our big problem is that nobody was doing it. So, you know, yeah, that's what I really want to, like, short term, that's what I really want to do. Long term, you know, like coming towards my 30s, I hope I find somebody I could be with. Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to be 25. You know,
You're so young.
You know what I'm saying? I hope by like 30 I like found like the mother of my kids or something. Like, you know,
You'll
like,
know.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You'll
saying?
know
Like,
when you meet her.
it's a quality of life thing, and you know.
But you have the dream already, so
Yeah.
then it'll happen. You just have to go cherish the dream. I think, because then you'll meet her one day and you'll know it when you do. The funny thing is that I never wanted kids until I met her.
Really?
Yeah. I fell in love in Haiti, of all places.
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I fell in love with a black woman. And that was it. I wanted to have kids now. It was like that. And ever happy ever since. It's been good.
Man, like, I'm happy for you. I'm happy.
It just happens to you,
Yeah.
It's just like you have to follow your heart with these things, and you fall in love. Yeah, you fall in love.
One of those things I always say is like, we always have this narrative that's taught to, well, at least in America, like we have this narrative that's like, you go to school, you go to college, you get a degree, and you probably meet your wife or your first wife in college or something.
Your first wife. Oops.
in college, and then you like rinse and repeat. But it's like, I think it's a privilege when you get to like pace things out and like accumulate those experiences, and then you just kind of bump into the one that you're supposed to be with. Like that always hits for me.
No, for sure. I mean, tell my kids to wait, please. I don't want to be a granddaddy just yet. They're in college, and so let them first please finish that, and find their. I mean, relationships are happening anyway.
Right.
But let me say it this way: I haven't heard them talk about kids just yet, so that's a good thing.
It's like it's hard to talk about kids in this economy, though. Like.
Right.
Like in a way,
right.
too, that's another thing that contradicts a little bit about me wanting kids. It's like, it's a shit show, like, right now. And I was like...
A little bit. Yeah. But if you're successful and you're on the rise, you're a rising star. Imagine the amount of people that throw themselves at your feet. That's going to be confusing for you.
Yeah, I don't know if it's ever... If it's got to that point, if it will ever get to that point in itself, because the way how I like to do things is like I like to be known within the niche artist community of other artists that are getting showcased, but as far as like the general public and stuff, like I'm usually like I'm pretty mute about it, and I instead really try and focus on like getting my friends to go out and just do things that are just fun and like really fill their soul. Like I roller skate a lot.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
cool.
roller skate a lot.
You go to a special place or what? You go to a special place for the roller skating?
Yeah,
or?
well, over here I go to spins, but now when I travel, I bought my own skates. I try and find rinks in the cities I have to travel to for work. And I just go over there and just find a groove. And it's fun. I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah. No,
that's cool. It's a little bit like dancing, no? Well, way more tiring, probably.
It is. The only way that you can skate, you have to skate with your hips. So, like, you can't have no rhythm. And I thought that was cool. I'm getting my cardio in, and I look saucy.
You get some cardio in.
No, it's like you don't know how exhausting roller skating is until you go around the rink 2 times.
Oh yeah, no, I can imagine that a little bit. Well, I compared it with ice skating. I used to do ice skating as a kid. Yeah, that's tough. Well, not tough, but it's a lot of fun as well. But don't put me on rollers. It's not gonna work. No. I'll leave that to the kids. Hey man, I'm 20 years ahead of you, so...
I understand.
You don't get me on no rollers anymore.
Listen, I wonder when that age is going to be for me, where I'm like, alright, if I fall, this might be a financial issue.
Yeah. Then I cannot work anymore.
Right.
Or as a... Nah. Come on, if you enjoy, that's like skiing. Skiing has a certain risk to it, right?
Right.
Roller skating has a certain risk to it. Although I would say probably less risk. I mean,
I'd say it's less risk. I feel like skateboarding has more risk than roller
exactly.
skating. Yeah,
Exactly. You can bruise your knees. Come on. I mean, that's not going to stop you from making art or traveling the world. So actually, isn't that a cool goal as well, to have your art like just worldwide, to be known worldwide, to have your art hang in a hotel in Singapore or in an art gallery in Hong Kong or in Amsterdam next to a Rembrandt,
right? And it's like, and it's a piece, like it's a centerpiece for most of those establishments, if so, like, and you have to
penetrate that world because it's a very established world, probably.
It is. I compared the art world to golfing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, when people go out and golf, they're not really golfing. They're like talking with their buddies and exchanging trade secrets and stuff like that.
Good point.
I feel like the art world is the same way. It's that social club of like, let me show y'all a thing or two about how to arrange the security or something. And just to be like in that affluent world. I just started, like, I just started selling, like, I sold a couple pieces for like $1,600, $1,700.
Nice.
But just the amount of conversations I've had with people that are really tapped into like the financial space goes crazy.
Yeah, because art, and then next door are the bankers, so to speak. No, like what I said a little while ago, right? Is that art? You said there's no utility, which I would argue with, though, because art definitely does have utility, but it's an emotional utility, right?
Okay, I could,
right.
I can agree with you on that one. Yeah,
and because it invokes something, and you want to express also something. It's not just like you can talk air, but you can also talk real utility, so to speak, So with art too, your art can be there can be a message behind it, or something awful or ugly or horrible or beautiful or fantastic or whatever, or even a combination of these things. And but then next indeed is the financial world, because art is being used just like real estate basically, is as an investment. So you gotta, I guess, also be pretty snappy at that.
Yeah, what you said reminded me of like what a collector told me like a couple years ago. It was like, great art speaks to you, bad art speaks too, but it has bad breath. There's some people are into that sort of thing, so I don't mind. And I was like, yeah, like art, art is for the person it speaks to.
Well, it's important, I think, that the story that you tell, that you want to tell, and the feeling that you give people. And of course, there's always going to be people that love it and that hate it, right?
Right.
There's people that you connect with and that you don't connect with, no matter how hard you try. I see it in the Uber all the time. We are having a nice conversation, but there's so many people who come into the car, and that no matter what I try, I cannot have a nice conversation with that person. And it's not my fault, and it's not his fault or her fault. It's just that it doesn't click between the two of us, and that conversation is something that happens between two people, right?
Right.
And it's neither's fault if the conversation doesn't happen, but it's always a pleasure when it does, right?
Yeah,
he starts to yawn. Yeah.
No, it was a long.
You done?
Class,
Yeah.
But like, I was. I mean, just for me, like, I just always look forward to gaining a new perspective. I don't think I'll ever be like bitter or mad at people. I'll never really be like bitter or like mad or
no, you don't have
closed-minded.
Right.
I saw the mics, and I was like, you know what? I'm in a good mood. I'm down to talk. If I wasn't, I would just be like, hey, I'm just not in the mood to talk.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? But how much things I've just like how much of like my privileges and opportunities in life came from an impromptu conversation. Like I'm not
Oh, really?
this up. Yeah,
Huh.
It's be like, hey, yeah, no, like I like your hair. Oh, I like yours too. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Find out. Oh no, they're like a creative director for Nike. Like,
And
like, you know, like I learned a lot just from being kind. And from being kind, it like led me towards other things that I feel like good lessons.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine it works like that. It's definitely so that yeah, we get attracted to certain people or certain things we need to hear, or we will, yeah. But hey, as you grow more famous, so does my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Please like and subscribe, people. Hey.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
You support the channel.
Yeah. This is art too. Conversational art. Well, I'm not sure if that's art, but
No, conversation is art.
in a little bit, in a way.
No, most definitely. I count conversation as art as anybody else because there's some people that are really bad at it. You know, like I think anything that's good and evokes emotion can qualify as like art. Like anything that's skill, like yeah. Art. You know, the way that you talk to people. You know, there's some people that are just tone deaf towards people's
Yeah.
you know things. You know, there's people that are smooth talkers and all that. Like one of the one movie series that like really inspires me is like James Bond. Like how he walks into like a banquet with a suit and he has the girl and he's talking to world leaders and you know he has the spy thing and then stand and be like, oh word, like that's cool. Like in a way, you know, you're kind of doing a similar thing in the art world. I mean, no death or casualties, but like, you know, you are scoping out, you know, something like all of the things that can give you the best opportunities and qualities of life.
Yep, that's an artist, all right. James Bond. I was more also thinking of like Oprah Winfrey or so. That's a real artist where it comes to conversation, because she can like pinpoint feelings, and then I don't know if it's only with women or so, but she's very like sensitive. But she always struck me as a good listener to people's stories.
Yeah.
And I think that's the basics of a good conversation, right? Is that you listen to each other and that you you listen to what people have to say, right? And then often there are snippets of information in there that comes out the next question and then the next, and then that's how you have a conversation. I must be honest though, while driving, while having a conversation it's so distracting. And I cannot really look into your eyes a lot because I have to pay attention on the road. So what is so fun for me is that later tonight I go home, I'm done driving, I go editing, and then I see your facial expressions of the conversation, and then I am more aware of what kind of person you are, and so for me that comes later. At the moment I'm half Uber, I'm half conversation, right? But what you've been talking about and what you've been saying really comes later in the video for me. It's just a weird.
Yeah, you know.
That's how it is as a driver. But yeah.
I always say like your life is a portion of the worth of your life is the amount of experiences that you've accumulated, and then the other half is the person that you are. Because anybody can be anything different from like the things that they've experienced. Like me and you can experience the same things, and could be completely different people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
So, like, for me, I always say that, like, you know, the more experiences that I can obtain, it gives me a better idea of who I am.
Yeah.
Because I'll be real, I don't know myself completely. I know myself enough to, like, lead a team of artists, know what I want to eat in the morning, you know, like, my boundaries, what I would want to say no to, but, you know, I don't know myself completely, nor do I think that's coming anytime soon. Like, I'm assuming that I'm going to live to be an old man, bro. So, I can't wait to, like, bump into things that change my perspective on things.
Oh, the Mercedes is gonna go for it. No, I'm not gonna do it. No. I could, but
I respect it.
Yeah, I could do it now, but no. I'm a minivan. Come on, you guys. And sometimes the guys behind me, they start honking, right? Hey, you could have gone.
Nah, this thing don't go 0 to 60 that quick.
I have like battery powers. It's actually pretty snappy, but for a minivan, but you blow up your tires so quickly. And that's all cost. No, I'm not in a hurry. Are you?
Huh?
Are you in a hurry?
No.
So actually, do you live here or you live in New York?
Oh, I live here, but I travel a lot for work.
I bet.
Yeah, this is like the spot. Like when I come back here, it's just like I'm just making art, and then I roller skate, and then that's it. Like, you know, all of my like social stuff is done. Like when I got to travel out to the city for like jobs, commissions, and stuff.
Wow. Hey, and so it's not international yet?
No, not yet. Looking forward to it. I can see that in the next 6 months, to be real.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No, I think your life is going to explode when the Bitcoin is going to go up and up and up, and then all the NFTs go up and up and up, and then it's just like, oh, and we've not seen nothing yet, I think. I think that if you look at the technology of Bitcoin, they can try to keep it down on the wraps as much as they like, but this is just coming for us. The technology is so solid. There's so much value in hard money, because that's something that we don't have as a society, not really. And then to have that in the digital realm, I think we've only scratched the surface. Also in the art sector, like with NFTs, suddenly there was NFTs, right? That makes so much sense, because now suddenly a digital art can be a unique thing. So you can copy paste all you want, but there's only one that is the real thing, right? And to be able to have something unique in the digital realm, that wasn't before.
Right. Yeah.
So NFTs is the first representation of that in the art world, but I think that's just the beginning.
It is just the beginning, because digital art. Like, so history lesson to your viewers. Real brief. You know, digital art has been trying to find legitimacy for like the longest time. Traditional art, it's easy to authenticate traditional art because you can see a signature, brushstrokes, stuff like that. You know, you can tell what's a fake and what's not.
Right.
But, you know, for digital art, it's real hard because it's, you know, digital. And like the real reason why it was like a really big deal for like digital artists with NFTs is that, you know, the blockchain is a ledger that shows the very first, like, who really published the piece. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's real easy to find out what a fake is and what's real.
Exactly.
All of those things that make it real important in this day and age, you know? So I was just happy to be able to legitimize my work like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I also think that when you do produce a video, that is a work of art, right? But with the copy paste, and then you get it's a different form of. But it's so nice now that you can have the original stored, and that you can own it, right? That you can be the owner of digital art. That wasn't possible before. Well, Marcelo, it's been a big pleasure.
Oh no, we're not home yet. I still got time to talk.
appreciate you taking the time to talk.
Man.
Hey. Here comes my 1 million subscribers. I feel it. No, I will never reach 1 million, but just keep it growing. I'm having too much fun. But there's not enough people like you, I'm telling you. Yesterday I had a few interesting people though. That was also nice.
Yeah, no, you know, these are the conversations I kind of live for here and there, you know. I like talking to complete strangers that aren't weirdos.
I'm sure there's not too many Uber drivers that know what NFTs are, and
no, I was surprised that you started expanding a little bit more because, like, you know, talking about NFTs in real life that's outside of a major city is kind of like blasphemy.
Like, what?
Like, what are you doing? Like,
how does that work?
Yeah.
Well, it's a scam. Come on, here's a scam, bro.
Oh, your phone number's on this card, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just say I put it on there, but I'll text you my foundation for you to check out.
Okay, great.
My pieces and stuff.
I'll link to that under the video.
Yeah, I do like a mix of like pixel art, and sometimes I do like hyper realistic 3D collage.
Cool.
I like straddling those two lines.
Sure.
A bit.
Here comes a new challenge for you, and that's called probably DALL-E and ChatGPT.
Oh.
Because
no worries.
Those are tools that you can use, but they are also going to confuse a lot of people.
So
like,
I use
original?
ChatGPT religiously. I use it to write out grants for. I use it to write out grants for the business from time to time. And,
sure.
This is convenient.
Yeah, but also like there is a whole discussion now happening. Like, okay, so how do we label art that's made by artificial intelligence? And can it have the same value as human-made art? And yeah, there's some interesting discussions there to be had.
Yeah, here. So this is a piece that I showcase in the World Trade.
Oh, nice. It's really a mix of wow. Yeah, that's gorgeous.
If you zoom into the little purple stuff.
Purple stuff?
Yeah. See?
Oh.
Look at that texture.
Oh, yeah. Hey, wait. Yeah, you don't expect that.
Yeah, right.
And also, there's the combination with the hair of the.
Yeah.
I can't see if that's a boy or a girl, but it's probably a guy.
It's a guy.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be me, so thanks. But.
Oh, okay. That's too shiny, man. Too much oil on it.
Too much oil is crazy. No, I sampled the hair on AI. Like, I cropped out his hair, and then I sampled it in AI, and I created all of those purple things. That's why the texture looked like.
Yeah. That's why the texture is sort of like, yeah. It's not the same, but it's like. Although when I zoomed in, I thought of a certain type of cloth. But when looking from afar, I thought, yeah, it's like it has to do with the hair. It's as if the wave continues, right?
It was a type of felt. You know, it was like felt crochet-esque.
So is that that's an NFT?
Yeah.
And that's a one-off, or is that a series?
It's a one of one.
That's a one-off, yeah. Yeah, I like those best for sure. Here goes the next ride. Gotta keep working. That's probably one of the those NFT artists, one after the other. No, I mean, you're only the second person that I have in the car that knows about NFTs. There was another guy first, but he was all about the money part. You were about the artist part, which I like so much better. Now that I've seen the piece also, yeah, nice. Maybe you should show it into the camera.
Oh, word. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Just hold it in front of the camera. I'll try to zoom in on it.
Get that. I'll send you the piece too.
Because linking to it is not the same. When people see it in the video, then they may be enticed to click the link, right?
Word. Yeah. I was just like,
to see more of your art.
I was just so happy to just be like there and at the World Trade Center showcasing it, and 10, 12 artists just pulled up to support, like just from like over the country. It was like, yeah, bro, I really loved your art. Like, I've been checking you out for a while, man. It's like, it's meant a lot, like, because last year, a year ago, I was in a job I hated, wondering if anybody even cared about me, or if I cared about myself.
Yeah, but you know what started it for you?
What?
You took a plunge in the deep. That's exactly what you need to do in life. When you have a hunch that's for me, but it always takes a plunge. And what's wrong with most people, or not wrong, what most people hesitate to do is to take the plunge into the deep, right? And in your case, you didn't even know how to swim, but you took the plunge because something told you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to recognize that moment, but then also take the plunge, wow, I salute you. And
I went back home and I begged my dad.
That's amazing.
I begged my dad. I was like, I'm not going to be working for 5 months, but I promise you, if you don't see me doing anything in 6, you can kick me out. And month 4 and 5 rolled around, and I got that proposal from Basel, and it was worth it. I know that people don't have that privilege, but
Yeah, but do you also understand that it was you that made it happen?
Yeah, for sure.
Or you saw the moment, and you should make some art out of this picture. Is that you with one headset and the other headset? Because that's the moment where it happened, right? You were online with this Zoom call or whatever, conference, whatever, and on the other ear you were still like, and that's that's like a physical representation of what was happening with you. You went from one ear to the other, and but you made that decision. Most people will take out the earplugs and just go back to work the next day. But you changed your life completely. But it's thanks to the fact that you took the plunge, that you have the guts to do something like it. It's the only way to be successful, I believe. To do something that takes guts. So yeah, I salute you, brother.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're all just, sorry. If you look back at that part, it looked like I was looking at my phone. But no, I appreciate every word you said.
You can watch it back later on YouTube. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm not insulted or so. Unless you will live in Port Royal in Naples, I'm your friend. And I cut this part out, don't worry.
No problem.
Marcelo, it was an honor.
It was an honor.
Thanks
to
a lot,
you
man.
too, man.
All right. Hopefully, give me a call when you have a long ride to Orlando or so.
Oh, word? You're down for those things?
Yeah, for long rides I'm down. For short rides, no.
Okay.
But if you need to go to Orlando or Miami or it's a farther ride, it's $100 per hour.
Okay. So
which
like
is the same as
okay.
Which is the same as Uber, usually.
For sure. No problem.
But yeah, if you like the ride, if you like the conversation.
I'm definitely gonna be tapping into the episode.
Alright, I've been checking you out. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Alright, bye bye. I got it.